Hey guys, welcome back to another one. So in light of the last video I made with the Wigglytuff EX deck using the Jigglypuff promo card, you're playing online and it's just going to be Charizard EX, it's going to be Mewtwo EX, it's going to be Pikachu EX, maybe you'll have the Mankey deck in there a little bit. That was a little bit of a gimmick for a while that I myself used. It was super fun. However, today I've got something a little bit different for you here. I've taken the liberty to create a new deck and going to see how it goes. I've been having a fair bit of luck with it. I've actually really enjoyed playing with the deck, and it's just something a little bit different. Hey guys, real quick one, just make sure you hit that like button down below as well as subscribe so you get all my future content. I'm going to be creating so many more videos for you guys, really enjoying it. Thank you a lot and I hope you enjoy this one. Alright guys, so we're in the deck builder now. I have gone to the liberty of already making this one. As you can see, I tried to call it Early Bird Gets the Worm. Unfortunately, I can't use any more characters than the amount I have. So really what we're going for here is we're going for a Butterfree and Pidgeot deck. A little bit different, but the main aim of this one is to get my Pidgey out there, get it evolved, get it straight through to Pidgeot, annoy them a little bit with the drive off ability, and then have the Butterfree on the bench just to have those extra heals constantly pumping through. Pidgeot does have 130 HP, which isn't too bad. It does allow it to be a little bit tanky, but the evolution line of Pidgey to Pidgeotto only needing 1 energy and only needing 2 energy for Pidgeot makes it pretty aggressive. Using that drive off ability as well allows you to kind of pick off a couple small players just to get those easy points. So the main aim of this deck is just be aggressive as possible, get your heals up, pick off the little cards you can and just get those points done to the win. We have your pretty classic, we've got 2 Pokeballs, we've got your 2 Professor's Research, and we've got your 2 X-Speed as well. That's kind of just to get you out of trouble if something happens or if you have a really bad start and you're pulling no Pidgeys at all. You don't want your Caterpie out there in the active position purely for the fact that you don't want him to die. You want him to stay on the bench, get the evolutions all the way to Butterfree. You hardly even want to put energy on them. Only if you need to, you've got nowhere else to put it. Your active Pokemon always wants to be your Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and then Pidgeot. So what we do have here as well, so we've got 1 potion, which is going to be for your Pidgey or your Pidgeotto as you're going through the evolution stages to keep them alive a little bit. And then what we do have as well is Erica. We could have gone with the 2nd potion there, but we did just go with the Erica purely for the fact that if you do have no other choice than to play Caterpie and to play Metapod in your active position because you're just not getting any luck, that Erica is going to be there to get some massive heals to keep them alive. So guys, that's the deck and we're going to get into some gameplay. Either way, I'm going to run through 3 games and see how we go with this one. Alright guys, so deck's built. Let's get a run through with these and let's see how many battles we can go until we lose. So starting off here, we've actually got probably the best start. What we really want is to get the Pidgey out first. Get him built up with the Pidgeotto and Pidgeot as fast as possible and just keep Caterpie, Metapod and Butterfree on the bench, just get them done and ready to be heals. So on this start here, so we go first, which obviously is never good, but it's completely fine here. This guy's running a Darkness deck, looks like something that's going to be Muck and Wheezing. We can see there, suspicions are confirmed, he's got the Coughing out, he's going to chuck an energy on him there, and he's going to throw it over to my turn, so he looks like he's setting up for a Koga. So this is good here. Pretty much our first turn with energy, nothing's happened, he hasn't done any damage to us. We're going to get right onto that Pidgeotto evolution. We're going to put a Pidgey on our bench just to get another evolution line ready. We're going to get that Gust off as well now. So that's another really good thing about Pidgeotto. We can be super aggressive with this deck, especially if we get the right start. By getting the 1 energy, we're pretty much sorted, ready to go. So what he's going to do here, he's going to get the Muck evolution and then he's going to use Koga to throw them straight back into his hand because obviously he wants to play Coughing and Wheezing. And so he's going to get that evolution line ready to go. He's going to put Grama back on the bench and chuck an energy on there. So he's going to poison my Pidgeotto. That is not a really big deal to me because I've got the Pidgeot on the bench here. So I'm going for that evolution anyways, which is going to heal my status afflictions. And another good thing is we've just pulled Metapod, so we're going to be able to get that Butterfree line ready to go as long as we pull a Caterpie. If we get a Pokeball out, that's going to be probably our best scenario here. So what we're going to do here, awesome ability from Pidgeot, we're going to get the drive off. He wants to use the Weezing, but we know that Wing Attack does 70 damage, and we're going to kill that Grimer straight away. That also has an energy on it, so he's just wasted one there, which is perfect. So we've used the drive off, we get the Wing Attack done, and we get that really quick, easy point. So that's main aim of this game for this deck is just be as aggressive as possible, get Pidgeot out, and no holding back, just get it done. So what he's going to do here, so he's got the Weezing out now. It doesn't look like he has any more basic Pokemon to put out. He's going to put an extra energy on Weezing to get that retreat ready. I would expect if he has that 1x speed. Either way, he does the 30 damage to me. I'm going to shake that off. That's not going to be too bad. The most amount of damage he can do is 40. And luckily anyways, here I pull the Caterpie. So we're ready to start that Metapod line. So we're going to put an extra energy on Pidgey just to make sure, if anything happens here. He has nothing on the bench, so I don't really know what he's going for. So just making sure I'm being safe here. So we're going to hit the 70 damage on his Weezing. I know I'm going to be able to tank one more hit from him here, as the max damage he can do in a turn is 40 with the Weezing. Even if he pulls a Giovanni, it's going to be 50, so it's going to be all good. So either way, what he does here is he poisons me again. Don't really understand why he would have done that. I don't know if he thought it was going to do extra damage or something. I just think I've got him in a corner and freaking him out. He puts his only energy on Weezing, and that kind of confirms my suspicions that at the moment, he's got no basic Pokemon to play. He's probably pulled a really, really bad hand, and it's just not going his way at the moment. Alright, so you can see here, he's actually hit the time limit here. He doesn't even get the tackle off. All he gets is the 10 damage off the poison. So I know right now this is game for me. It's my turn. I'm just going to quickly dispatch his Weezing and get the win. He's got no one else ready to go, and he's heading off to the Pokemon Center. Alright, now we're in for game 2. Again, we're going first. We're actually having really bad luck on the coin flips, but that is what it is. And we immediately get the opposite start of what we got last time, which is we've got no Pidgey in our hands. We're going to have to play the Caterpie here. I do get a Pokeball luckily and pull the Pidgey from it, so that's going to be awesome. I'm going to chuck him on the bench and use the other Pokeball while I'm at it, just to get anything else. We pull another Pidgey, that's great. So at the moment, I do have the second evolution of Caterpie. I've got Metapod sitting there, so we can set up that Butterfree heals, which is going to be awesome. The only thing we're waiting on, though, is the Pidgeotto. And so at the moment, I can see here, he's pulled out that promo Jigglypuff. He's got Froakie, so obviously he's running a Greninja deck here. He's just going to get the little 10 damage off on me, which isn't going to do much, and then I pull the Professor Oak here anyways, so I'm pretty strapped for cards, so I'm going to use that. Never a bad time. Luckily I pull the X speed. The potion, I'm not really too worried about it at the moment, but the X speed I'm actually really happy with, because I don't want Caterpie in the active spot at all. I want to have him sit on the bench and just get ready for that Metapod Butterfree evolution line. So I'm going to use that on him. And just get my Pidgey out. Gonna get the Metapod evolution, and we're gonna get one energy on Pidgey and do the damage to Froakie. So it is a bit of an even playing field at the moment. I am planning on just keeping Metapod on the bench, so him with the 70 damage isn't too bad, and Froakie's only gonna be doing 10 to me anyways, so Pidgey and Froakie are pretty much the same. So here he does chuck the energy on the Jigglypuff. So I do start thinking maybe he's going to have the Froakie retreat, and he's just going to try to put my Pidgey to sleep. Unfortunately for him, sleep doesn't really scare me this stage in the game, because I'm going for evolutions anyway. So if he puts Pidgey to sleep, I'm really just going to put all my bets on pulling a Pidgeotto and curing that status affliction. So he gets that sleep off. I'm going for the coin flip, and we don't get it. Terrible luck. Terrible luck as always, but it comes right back to us when we pull the Pidgeotto. So I'm going to get that evolution straight away. We're going to heal that status affliction, and we're going to be able to get 30 damage off on Jigglypuff right away. And even if Jigglypuff is going to be putting us to sleep next turn, I've got Pidgeot waiting in the wing, so Jigglypuff is gone, and the sleep isn't going to be doing much to me. So I'm just going to go for the quick and easy 30 damage and see what he is getting up to next. So obviously here, he pulled out another Froakie here. and he's going to heal his Jigglypuff up. To be honest, that was a waste of a potion. I think he was gambling on the fact that I don't have the Pidgeot in my hand. He's going to go for the Greninja evolution anyways to get that Water Shuriken off, and it does look like here he is targeting my Metapod, so he's probably aware that I'm trying to go for the Butterfree evolution, so he wants to get Metapod out of the way. He's going to put me to sleep here. Obviously, he had to use a move, he had to do something, but it's not going to work anyways. I get the heads and I pull another Pidgeot, so I'm pretty well ready to go. So we get the Pidgeot evolution off here. He's got 2 energy on Jigglypuff anyways, so I'm thinking that he's probably threatening the Wigglytuff EX evolution, so I'm just going to dispatch him, and he's going to have to make a different decision here. He does pull Greninja out, which is understandable because it's going to be able to tank a couple hits, and he does get the Frogadier evolution in the back, so he's going for a second Greninja. Puts the energy on there. He's going to get the Water Shuriken off on the Metapod again. He's really trying to get rid of him, which is understandable. I'd probably be doing the same thing here. And I can see my suspicions were correct. He does have the Wigglytuff EX, so he gets that evolution. But here we go, we get the luck, we pull the Butterfree, so I'm going to get that evolution off immediately, heal some HP. Going to put Erica on to bring Butterfree right back up to max HP. So his Greninja's been doing absolutely nothing this time, and we're just going to put a spare energy on Butterfree in case we need a retreat, or if we come to panic stations and we need to put him out there. I do decide I'm just going to leave Greninja here. It's just going to take me 2 hits to get him out of the way, and he's going to have to put one of those other Pokemon in anyways. So the big thing here is if he wants to do damage with the Greninja, he's going to have to put the energy on it, and I know I'm going to kill it next turn, so it's all good. Now he does use Sabrina here, which would stuff me around a little bit, but I do put Pidgey out there to tank the hit. To be honest, probably not the best play from me, because he could have taken him out with the Greninja. However, some reason he decides to retreat because he doesn't want me to get the kill on the Greninja. He doesn't want me to get that easy point. Could have been point for a point, but maybe he was right, maybe I was wrong. Never know. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to waste an energy just to get that retreat from my Pidgey, get Pidgeot straight back in the spot, and then the biggest thing here, he does concede. What I was going for was the drive-off ability. I was going to get his Greninja back out there, or the Wigglytuff EX, and we get the second win. Alright guys, going first again for the third game here. We do get a good start. We get the Pidgey right out there. We do have the Pidgeot waiting as well. However, we don't have Caterpie, we don't have Pidgeotto, so it kind of looks like we got a little bit unlucky. He is playing a Psychic deck here, so all I'm thinking in the back of my head is Mewtwo EX is coming out, Gardevoir's coming out, Gengar's coming out, something really, really bad. It's already looking a bit tough for me. So he does pull out Farfetch'd as well. That's a real tough card to play against actually with that 40 HP, especially when I'm not getting any luck here. Haven't pulled a Pidgeotto. That would probably be my best play I could do against this Farfetch'd. But at the moment, all I'm going to have out there is my 2 Pidgeys and my Caterpie. Luckily I have Metapod ready to start that Butterfree line, but I'm just waiting on Pidgeotto. If I could have pulled him now, maybe things would feel a little bit better for me, but at the moment that Farfetch'd is going to do so much damage straight away. So what I do decide to do here is I put the energy on Pidgey in my bench, and I get the X speed off on my active Pidgey just to get that retreat. I know it maybe looks a little bit silly, I've wasted my X speed, but I just didn't want him to get that easy point. Kind of wanted to make sure I'm still in this fight a little bit, really hoping for that Pidgeotto pull, and just giving myself a little bit more breathing room. So either way, he gets the Professor's Research, pulls them out. That Farfetch'd is still sitting there, looking really scary. Not really much damage I can do to it with Pidgey at the moment. Even if I do pull Pidgeotto, it's still going to tank about 2 more hits. He evolves into the Haunter there, so my suspicions were confirmed. Gengar EX is going to come out, and that's going to get real scary for me. I just know how much HP he has. My main concern isn't his ability, because my supporter cards aren't really what I'm relying on at the moment. So here I do pull a Professor's Research. I'm really hoping to get lucky with the Pidgeotto, and I do, and I also get lucky with the Butterfree, so luck is starting to come my way here. I get that evolution off on Metapod, and I get the evolution off on my Pidgey. So I make sure immediately to get that heal on my Pidgey on the bench and my Pidgeotto out there. And I do chuck the potion on Pidgeotto as well, purely for the fact that I just feel a little bit safer having that 80 HP. I know I'm still not going to be able to kill Farfetch'd here, which is unlucky, but it's a step in the right direction, and I'm just hoping that he doesn't have something really, really bad sitting in his hand. So I see here as well, he does put an extra energy on Haunter, so I'm super scared that the Gengar's coming out, and there it is anyways, the Mewtwo EX comes out. He does have his energy kind of spread all around, so I don't know if I'm too scared about the Mewtwo EX, but that happens, of course. He gets the Gengar EX as well, so this guy's had awesome luck right now. He's probably got one of the best hands he could have had. We're only on turn 6, now on turn 7. So this is going to be a little bit tough for me. I think I'm fighting an uphill battle here. I do pull a Pokeball. I get that Caterpie out. To be honest, he's not really going to do much for me here. I've already got one Butterfree. I don't have any new evolution lines in my hand. So either way, I'm just going to get the Pidgeot evolution off. Going to get the extra energy off on him. And going to get that easy point on Farfetch'd. There we go, so I've got the easy point on Farfetch'd here. I'm not really feeling too confident at the moment with his Gengar needing one more energy to do a whole bunch of damage to my team. I know I'm going to be able to tank one of them with my Pidgeot as long as he doesn't have a Giovanni. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing here. He does evolve to the Hypno here, gets his ability off. Luckily, he hits Tails, so I'm going to be in it for a little bit more. But he does get that energy onto Gengar EX, and he's about to put me in a world of hurt. To be honest, I don't really know what I can do here. I haven't got the Pidgeotto, I haven't got a Pidgeot in my hand. This looks like it's probably going to be for me. I did pull the Pidgeotto, luckily. So I do get that evolution straight away, but it's probably all going to be for naught if I don't pull a Pidgeot next turn. So what I do here, I get the ability off with my Butterfree. I realize no matter what, he's going to be getting an attack off me in a second. So either way, what I do here is I put the energy on Pidgeotto to hope that I get a Pidgeot pull next turn. I make sure to get Gengar out of the active position because he is just way too scary for me, and I want to give myself a little bit of breathing room. He puts out Mewtwo EX. To be honest, at this point, I'm feeling a little bit lucky that he put that out there, because if I can get at least 2 more shots off, that EX card is going to give me 2 points and give me the win. He does put 1 energy on there, and he gets the X speed off as well. So I know that Gengar is about to come back out and ruin my life. To be honest, at this point, I'm just feeling really unlucky. He's just got an amazing hand. He's going to kill my Pidgeot straight away. He's out. And now all I'm hoping for is a Pidgeot pull. If I can get that, maybe I'm still in this game. So I start to think here, do I want to put Butterfree in, maybe just to tank a little bit and hope for a Pidgeot? I'm not really too sure. I'm on the time limit here, and I end up just going for the Pidgeotto, hoping that I pull Pidgeot. Yeah, so luck really wasn't on my side right now. I get the evolution off of Metapod. I'm unsure what to do here. If Pidgeotto goes down, that's pretty much all my damage gone, so there's no way I can really have him go down. I do put the extra energy on him purely to get the retreat and hopefully set myself up for a Pidgeot pull, so I'm putting all my eggs in one basket here. So what I do here is I retreat Pidgeotto, I put Metapod out there. He's just going to try to tank this hit. I'm really hoping he can just give me some breathing room and hopefully pull a Pidgeot on my next hand. So either way, he's going to put the potion on a Mewtwo EX just to make sure it's a little bit harder for me, and I really start to feel that the win's out of my reach. So either way, what he's going to do here, he's going to get my Metapod gone, going to get that extra point, and at this point I know it's pretty much going to be all over for me unless I pull Pidgeot right now. So I do put Pidgeotto out there, and I'm hoping for the Pidgeot. And I do pull the Butterfree, unfortunately. So at this point, I'm pretty well thinking this is game, set, match for me. No matter what I do, if I put Butterfree out there to try to tank another hit, that's just going to put me well behind anyways. I'm going to have to retreat him. I'm not going to be able to get another energy for Pidgeotto. So all I do is I try to get a hit off him. I give him the win. I don't want it to go on any longer. So unfortunately, we didn't get the 3 wins, which I was actually trying to go for. I was trying to get that hat trick off. However, we did get 2 wins, and it was an incredibly fun deck to play. I think This deck obviously has its downfalls. However, it's something different. It's something fun to play with and refresh your time. Maybe if you're playing against some friends, chuck this deck into the mix and see how you go with it. As always, guys, thank you very much for being here, and I will be back with the next one.